Hello everyone. So today we are going to cover another tree problem which is average of levels in binary tree. So we have given a binary tree and we have to return a list of average values at each level of a given binary tree. So consider this example. The root node is 3. So it is of level 1 and consisting of only one value. So we can calculate average by using total sum by number of elements. So here the total sum is 3 by number of element is 1 is going to be 3. So moving on to level 2, there are two values, that is 9 and 20. They both sum up to 29 and average is 29 by 2, which is 14.5. And moving on to our level 3, which has another two elements, 15 and 7. 15 plus 7 by 2 is going to give us 11. So we are going to return a double list. So how are we going to approach this? As usual, if we see a tree which deals with values at every level, then we are going to do BFS or level order traversal. Here is a given example. So we are going to do level order traversal, and at each level we're gonna maintain a list. That is, our list is gonna hold the values at each level, and at end of every iteration we are going to calculate the average by total sum in the list by number of element or size of the list. For example, in our first level we're gonna add 3 to our list. We don't have any other elements left in the level, so we are going to calculate total sum by size of the list. Here the total sum is 3 and size of the list is 1, so it is going to be 3. This is going to be added to the result list. So once we have added the result, the list is going to have the value at level 1. So we are going to clear the list and add values at level 2. So once the list is cleared, it will be empty. Now adding 9 and 20. So once we have added all the elements at that level, we are going to calculate the total sum by size of the list. Here size of the list is 2. So this will again be added to our result list. So finally we are going to clear it and add the elements at for the third level. So now elements 15 and 7 will be added to the list, and again it will be calculated 15 plus 7 by size of the list. So it will be added to the result list. Finally, once we are done traversing all the levels, we are going to return the result list as our output. Those who are familiar with level order traversal, you can directly jump to the coding section. If not, you want to learn the glimpse of level order traversal, you further continue watching the video. To do level order traversal or BFS, we're going to get the help of queue. So in our queue, we are going to add our first element, that is root element. And once we added, we are going to add that to our list, the value of the root element. So once we added the root element's value, we are going to pull or remove that element from the queue and add its children. That is, we are going to consider 3 and then we check whether it has left and right children. If 3 has a left children, add it to the queue. So we are adding 9. So once that is done, we are going to check if 3 has a right children. Yes, 3 has a right children, so add 20. So once we have added the element right and left children of 3, we are going to remove that from our queue and calculate the average and add it to our result. So now we left with two elements in the queue, that is 9 and 20. We are going to take the size of the queue and iterate the elements. So now the size is 2. So first we are going to take 9 and check if that has any children. No, 9 has no children, no left or no right children. So we are simply going to add that to our list. Now our list has 9, and next we are going to check the next element 20. So we are checking whether 20 has children or not. 20 has two children, 15 and 17. So it's time to add 15 and 17 to the queue. Sorry, 15 and 7 to the queue. And remove 9 and 20. So once we are removing 20, we have to add 20 to the list and calculate our average and add it to our result. So 29 by 2 is going to be 14.5. So we are adding it to our result. So finally we are moving to our third pass. There we have two more elements left. We are checking whether 15 has any children. 15 has no children. So we are going to add that to our list. So now our list is going to have 15, and we once added we are going to remove that from our list. So the next element is 7. Whether 7 has any children? No, 7 has no children. So before removing that from queue, we are going to add that to our list. So we are adding 7. We don't and remove the queue. Now the queue is empty. We don't have any other elements left. So we are just going to calculate the average. 15 plus 7 by 2 is going to be 11. So we are adding 11 to our list. So since the queue is empty, our iteration ends and all our levels are closed. So we are going to return this as our output. So let's dive into our coding part. So yes, in our code we are going to have two lists. One list is double list, which is our result. We are going to return. Another list is to hold values at every level. So and we are going to have our queue. So once we have our queue, we are going to add our root node first and start iterating. If our queue is not empty, then we are going to take the size of our queue and start our for loop. So here we are going to take each node from the queue, which is going to be our current node. So once we pulled the node from the queue, we are going to add the value of the node to our list. So now we have added the value and it's time to check whether they have any children. So we are checking if current dot left is not equal to null, then add that to our queue. And current dot right is not equal to null, then add that to our queue. Once we have added, yes, every time it is going to poll and add its children to the queue and add the values to the list. So once that is done, since our result is going to be in double, I'm going to declare two variables. Average and sum. So we are going to calculate the sum first, which is in our list. So once we calculated the sum, we are going to calculate the average is equal to sum by list size. Once we calculate it, we are going to add that to our result. So now it is done. So now it will be, the list will be having the levels value. So for every level, we are going to clear the list. So yes, every time it add the nodes to the queue and add the value to the list. So at the end of the loop, it is going to calculate the sum and average. So let's run this code. Okay, finally return the result. Yes. Yes, our solution is accepted. So if you like the video, hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you.